And then the story I tell in the book, though, is when Donald Trump enters the political scene in the summer of 2015, he knows if he's going to be a Republican candidate for president, he needs to win over evangelical voters. And he obviously does not have deep relationships in that world, but the person he knows is Paula White-Cain. She's
Mm.
been his personal pastor since about 2002. He called her up out of the blue after seeing her preach on television. They became friends. She wound up buying a condo in Trump Tower in New York, and they would hang out in New York at times. And so he reaches out to Paula White-Cain and says, hey, would you be my liaison to the evangelicals? Which presents this interesting quandary, right? Because Paula White-Cain is not a conventional evangelical.
Hmm.
She's a female preacher, which most evangelicals don't accept. She's a prosperity gospel person, right? She's an apostle, a megachurch pastor, a televangelist. And so she starts reaching out to the people that she knows. She starts
Hmm.
reaching out to televangelists and messianic rabbis and prophets and apostles. And these people are some of the first religious leaders to meet with Donald Trump. Starting in the fall of 2015, there's a series of meetings at Trump Tower, and the group that gathers there becomes the nucleus of Donald Trump's evangelical advisors. And over time, right, in the primaries, in the lead up to the 2016 election, the respectable religious right didn't want anything to do with Donald Trump. He was seen as uncouth, right? He's seen as a
Hmm.
reprobate. He's married 3
Yeah.
times.
No Christian.
He's bragging
Yeah.
about sexually assaulting women, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. But it's this other group, this kind of avant-garde messianic rabbis, prophets, televangelist group that gathers around Trump, and they endorse him and they start to propagandize him to the broader evangelical community, offering theological reasons why not only is Donald Trump the lesser of two evils. Remember, this is early in the primary. There's a bunch of
Hmm.
evangelicals in the primary. They're saying
Ted
he is
Cruz.
anointed by God. He has an anointing from God that we
Hmm.
need to get behind this man. And this is before any votes have been cast in the primaries. You start to hear these messages about Donald Trump having this special prophetic
Hmm.
destiny.
The breaker
And then,
anointing. Yeah. The
yeah,
Cyrus
oh
figure.
yeah, Cyrus, all this stuff. And
Yep.
then as the primaries progress, right, Donald Trump keeps winning all these primaries. Eventually, by the late spring of 2016, all the old guard of the religious right, the James Dobsons, Jerry Falwell Jr. types, start realizing, hey, hold on a minute, this guy's going to be the candidate. We need to get access. But by that point, the inner circle had already formed.